Hello and welcome to Bakerstreet.coasters live. But today I am going to be talking to you about Colossus, the first roller coaster to feature 10 inversions in the world. Now, they pride themselves in that name, the first the first roller coaster with 10 inversions. Colossus. It will never leave you. Literally, it doesn't. It never left me, and I'll tell you that later on. Now, Colossus. Very, very unique ride, because firstly it's got a loop, which barely any of the UK coasters have a loop, like especially Merlin. Where's the loops? Like, you know, in the normal loops, loop rides. I think don't even think Sick has a loop, which is pretty concerning. Anyways, so Colossus, very, very good. Needs a repaint, even though it is getting retracked, so they're slowly retracking the ride over the years to make it accessible every year, but it will have a delayed opening, so that's the first thing I have to say. And it looks very nice with its new track, but the experience is two different things. The music around the area and the queue line is very significant. I love how it's huge. It really does pride itself into its name. The entrance is really misleading, and now I can show you why it's really misleading. And only Google can do that. That's me. Google's a very unique thing. Now, with that being said, there are also many other peculiar rides in Thorpe Park which have misleading cues, such as Nemesis Inferno. I mean, you look at people, I just didn't understand where the queue line was for. So, if we look here, this has probably got to be the worst experience of finding a queue. Oi, the little guy. We need the little orange guy. There we go. Let's go here. I'm guessing that's where Colossus is. What have I just walked myself into? I don't think I'm anywhere near Colossus. Colossus? No, I am near Colossus. I was near Colossus. There we go. Colossus is over here. So that is the entrance sign to Colossus. You may have no, they haven't changed it. I have my Colossus hat somewhere. I shall be right back. There you go. Colossus has changed its logo. It used to be silver, now it's gold on my hat. I don't know why that is. Maybe because it's got like power of 10 inversions and it's something old. Could it become platinum in the future? I have no clue. Because it originally always was that colour. Now, Colossus opened back in 2001. And I'm not quite sure who even manufactured this ride. However, that is where the entrance is to Colossus. When you go under here now, I'm pretty sure they've moved the entrance. No, I don't think they have moved the entrance around. Look at the rustic scene of this. That is like one of its 10 inversions. They then have like 6 simultaneous like inline inversions, whatever it is. Now it is closed here. Coming soon. Wait, when was this done? 2017. Why did it say coming soon? Huh? Colossus coming soon, 2017. Someone please tell me why that is. Apparently Colossus closed. I'm not quite sure. But Colossus, a very, very good ride. I love the theming of the entrance. Like literally, this here. I'm not even joking. That there is some amazing aspects. Like you've got this symbol here, this sign here, just hanging down. Well, it's not hanging down really because it's more attached in. But then you've got this. It's like Colossus. Colossus is like a mythical thing. Hence why the power of 10. I love the logo to it. I also love their new logo with the gold. It really does show its age, but it also shows it's like a golden age, and it shows it has a meaning to it. And it really does fit in well with Hyperia. How Hyperia is also very gold and white and gold and more gold. So yeah, having that appearance is very good because it also shows it's one of their big roller coasters. I'm not quite sure of it being next door to the Saw, the ride, but you know, it is what it is. It just makes it Saw looks tiny. Now, Colossus, like I said, is the power of 10, so it features 10 inversions, and I have to say, every single inversion is appalling first inversion whacks your head, second inversion whacks your head. I literally got hurt at the end of that. So not only I went on Nemesis Inferno and found out I got hurt on Nemesis Inferno from my head, also this roller coaster was absolutely shockingly awful. And because of that, I've kind of put that roller coaster, well, I've kind of put Colossus down quite low on my roller coaster list. Now, I have never felt a really jolty ride ever until I went on Colossus. And I'm saying that from the heart of being on Nemesis Inferno, which was even worse. But, you know, it is what it is. And even in the new track was also awful because that was also jolty. But, yet again, we also saw it in Hyperia. Hyperia has a good bumps. We see it on Manual Mayhem at the front, or is that the back? Whatever you'd like to call it. It's like the back with the first time you go back. Yeah, you see that being very bumpy. I've noticed it on Nemesis Reborn. All rides have been bumpy and very rickety, which I think really weird. So I don't get what's going on with the new roller coasters. It's probably the wheels, but you know, I don't know. Now, another thing I really like is the fact that chain lift, it goes up really slowly and then it goes really fast, and I'm there just like, wow, okay. It's like you've just been turboed into existence. But that's the same with Nemesis Inferno. Nemesis Inferno, as you drop down from the thing, go underneath the volcano bit, that could be a little bit more themed. But as you go underneath the volcano bit and then you enter the lift hill, it's very quick, which I think is really cool. Now, Colossus. 10 inversions. I absolutely love the inline inversions at the end, but you've got like 7 simultaneous ones, or is it 6 simultaneous ones, and then you've got one at the end. But it's a very unique ride experience, but at the same time, absolutely hurt my head, and it wasn't good. So, with that saying in mind too, also the queue line. Now we went to the queue line, got some really good music. I absolutely love the soundtrack to this ride. Really does go on me with the ages. It shows it's got power and dignity, but at the same time, there's that instance of, oh, the queue line's not even themed to how it's meant to be, or it's not themed to, oh, the power of 10. I also like how they've got a test seat outside, but at the same time, the test seat's a bit bad, if you ask me. It doesn't allow everyone on, which is pretty concerning, because on there, just like, if you want modern day roller coasters, if you want modern day techniques, and if you're retracking this ride, clearly you want to fit everyone on, but that isn't how it works, unfortunately, because Colossus really doesn't cater for everyone. So doesn't Nemesis Inferno. Nemesis Inferno is just one of those rides where, oh, if you don't click in, then you're doomed. And I'm there just like, that's not how we work in the theme park industry anymore, and that's what I really like about Hyperia being its lap bars restraint, which it is, because, you know, it's more accessible for anyone to get on. I think they're more prioritised to anyone. Now, the theming in the station of Hyperia, very good. It's got a different soundtrack. I don't like how you have to walk all the way down to go there, because it's very much monitored on the queue. And then you've got a queue again. People telling you to get off the rides. There were people saying, and this is the main thing, but like, if you vape in the queue, you get removed. That's understandable. There was also an incident where someone lost their phone, so we waited by the queue for quite a while, so then they can actually go and receive someone's phone. I don't think they're allowed to do that. You know, it is what it is. They have a really slow ride availability. No, actually, they had one of the quickest ride availabilities. When I went on Nemesis Inferno, their ride ride, what do they call it? It's like, it's their ride times were very slow, getting people on and off, their loading times. Yet again, they're high capacity. They didn't leave any spaces out on Colossus, which is very good. And they were always keen to get people on. They were keen to keep the queue moving, even when it was slow. And they had just a positive vibe about them. If I went to Nemesis Inferno, that's got a different story. But I've already told you about it. Actually, I haven't told you about Nemesis Inferno. That's a thought. I haven't done my whole review. I've only done between Nemesis Inferno and Nemesis Reborn. But, you know, their staff is more enthusiastic on Colossus, and that's why I like Colossus. But the queue may need a little bit more theming, but yet again, Merlin are trying to theme their newer rides, but not their rides which I have now. Yet again, Hyperia has some really bad queuing theming. I mean, it's got good ones, but it's static. You've got videos around, which I think is pretty cool, to be fair, because you've got John Burton there, the maker of this roller coaster. You've got the soundtrack, which changes and intensifies over time. And then it's quite quick moving, actually. 90 minutes in a queue by Hyperia. That's alright, to be fair. I only rated like 45 minutes for, well, it was like 35 or 20 minutes for Colossus, even though it was rated at 25 minutes. So I was expecting it not to be that much, as it is an old coaster. But at the same time, they really prided themselves in getting people on that ride. I'm literally bashing their heads because my head hurt. Like when it does say, it never leaves you, it never leaves you. So, anyways, I think that's it. I think the ride entrance could be more clear in where it is, because you come in to expect to find Colossus and it's not right in front of you. But it's a work in progress. They can't just change around the queue because it doesn't fit the layout. I expect that, and I do respect that. And I also like how the scenery of it, you've got Hyperion next door to it, which just makes it look, like I said, tiny. But I think if we've got Hyperion will be the next station forward. Even though it's a 2001 ride, I think it was one of the first rides which was featured in their big 3 or something like that. And then, I mean, X No Way Out was their first big ride. But then Colossus really topped it with their Power of 10 film. They had this really cool marketing advertisement, really cheesy ones. But it is what it is. We can't do much about it. All we can say is how we feel about it and how it could be changed in the future if they do listen. But yeah. Anyways, tell me what you guys think of Colossus. Please remember to subscribe and smile always. Bye, guys. Can't leave.